接下来我们进行专题演讲。第一场专题演讲的题目是“高天陈述天主的光荣，穹苍宣扬他手的化工”。The topic is "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows His handiwork." 为我们主讲的是天主教教廷驻华大使馆陆思道代办。The speaker is MONSIGNOR Paul Russell。这场演讲的主持人为静宜大学唐传义校长，请大家掌声欢迎两位。
陆蒙喜，从我们圣经上创世纪的描述是，天主呢创造了宇宙万物，那天主呢照自己的肖像造了人，那造了一男一女，那天主祝福他们说，你们要生育繁殖，充满大地，治理大地，管理海中的鱼，天空的飞鸟，各种在地上爬行的生物。那从圣经这一段描述呢，让我们清楚地看到，我们天主创造了天地万物，要他们妥善地治理天地，管理世界。但是呢，这个和谐的世界，在最近我们渐渐地发现到，这个管理世界的人类，他不断地破坏，严重的破坏这个地球。那单从今年2010年世界的灾情可见一斑。那3月，中国大陆西南地区有遇上100年的大旱，那耕地严重受创，这个旱灾已经导致了5万多人受害。那6月，世界最大的米出口国泰国也经历到20年来最严重的旱灾，也影响了这个大米的收成。那从5000万吨急剧降到200万吨，那其实影响到世界的所有的这些饮食。那7月、8月，那么俄罗斯持续几个星期近40度的高温，那导致森林大火，延续到900个地点，那所有的经济都受到重创。那今年8月，在巴基斯坦也发生世界上最大的洪水，那联合国已经说有1400万受到影响。凡此种种啊，显示了我们人类在近年来对于环境肆意破坏跟过度开发所造成的各种灾害。那么我们的期望这个世界再回归到原始的美好世界已经遥不可及，但是呢，我们应该有所警惕跟有所答复。那我们今天呢，非常荣幸，我们邀请到我们教廷的驻华大使陆思道代办。那他到我们这边的一个专题演讲，就是带领我们从信仰的角度，从圣经的观点，去更深的看生态保育，那做一些反省。那让我们今天就非常以热烈掌声来欢迎我们的龙蒙喜，他的主题高天陈述天主的光荣，穹苍宣扬近乎他的化工。我们欢迎陆蒙喜。
Distinguished professors and students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great honor for me to be with you at this conference sponsored by this university's campus ministry department and the Taiwan Academy of Ecology, together with this university's Office of Environmental Health and Safety. I salute all those who worked hard to organize this conference, and I express my gratitude for the kind invitation to offer this keynote address. My talk today is very simple. I will begin with a brief introduction, and then I will talk a little bit about Saint Francis of Assisi and the Canticle of the Sun. I will talk about the tradition that we have from our sacred writings in the Bible and in the Quran. Then I will talk about the Catholic Church's contribution to the environment. And then at the end, I will talk a little bit about Taiwan, and then I will conclude. All within a half an hour, I hope. Care for the environment is not only one of the most urgent social questions of today, but also one which has deep moral and religious roots. Care for the environment is ultimately a call to respect all of creation and to assure that human activity, while transforming the earth, does not destroy the dynamic balance which exists among all living things that depend in turn on land, air, and water for their very existence. Conferences such as the one in which we are participating today are usually an occasion for a series of reflections, a time for sharing. In this case, they're also a prayerful consideration of God's love for creation. They point to an integration of faith and life, of belief and action, an attitude which embraces God's love for creation, all of it, and which we mirror when we dedicate ourselves to the promotion of care for the environment. Hopefully, our work at this conference today will respond to the needs of contemporary society here in Taiwan and the desires of all those who seek a deeper respect for creation and a more profound understanding of the human person's place in it. I am sure that it is no accident that this conference occurs just 2 days before the Catholic Church celebrates the feast of Saint Francis of Assisi, who lived from the year 1181 to 1226. As a result of long hours of prayer and contemplation, Saint Francis was deeply aware of the harmonious relationship which exists between all elements of creation, between the human person, animals and plants, and the earth and sun and moon. Saint Francis is a man that the animals considered their friend, a man who considered the sun and the moon as members of his family, a mendicant monk who gave all to the poor and who called death his sister. Francis dared to plumb the depths of the mystery of creation. Everything was created for the glory of God. Everything should render God this glory. It's the title of my talk this morning. One of St. Francis's most beautiful and well-known prayers is called the Canticle of the Sun. Now, perhaps some of you have never heard this prayer or never heard it in its entirety. So I would like to share it with you and invite you to pray it with me at the same time. Most high, all-powerful, good Lord, yours are the praises, the glory, the honor, and all blessing. To you alone, Most High, do they belong, and no man is worthy to mention your name. Praise be you, my Lord, with all your creatures, especially Sir, Brother, Sun, who is the day, and through whom you give us light, and he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor, and bears the likeness of you, Most High One. Praise be you, my Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars. In heaven you formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praise be you, my Lord, through Brother Wind, and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather through which you give sustenance to your creatures. Praised be you, my Lord, through sister water, which is very useful and humble and precious and chaste. Praise be you, my Lord, through brother fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful and playful and robust and strong. Praise be you, my Lord, through our sister, Mother Earth, who sustains us and governs us, and who produces varied fruits with colored flowers and herbs. Praise be you, my Lord, through those who give pardon for your love and bear infirmity and tribulation. Blessed are those who endure in peace, for by you, Most High, they will be crowned. Praise be you, my Lord, through our sister, bodily death, from whom no living man can escape. Woe to those who die in mortal sin. Blessed are those whom death will find in your most holy will, for the second death can do them no harm. Praise and bless my Lord, and give him thanks, and serve him with great humility. Dear friends, St. Francis of Assisi offers us an example of genuine and deep respect for the integrity of creation. He helps us develop a deeper awareness of the harmonious relationship which exists between all elements of creation, between plants and animals, natural forces, and even brother sun and sister moon. Each one of us is an integral part of a beautiful mosaic. We must do what we can in our own small way to ensure that the mosaic remains beautiful. Jewish and Christian holy writings, for example, the book of Genesis in the Holy Bible, as well as the Muslim Quran, teach that creation comes from God. Of course, not everyone shares this view. Recently, the eminent physicist Stephen Hawking published a new book, The Grand Design, in which he argues that it is not necessary to postulate the existence of God to understand the existence of the universe, or indeed, many parallel universes. Professor Hawking argues that creation is an inevitable consequence of the laws of physics. Media sources quote him, "Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. Spontaneous creation is the reason there is something rather than nothing, why the universe exists and why we exist. It is not necessary to invoke God to light the blue touch paper and set the universe going." Of course, Professor Hawking invokes the laws of physics, but as he does so, he leaves unexplained why there are laws of physics. What is the origin of the laws of physics? Who gave us the laws of physics? And why these laws of physics instead of some other laws of physics? For us who believe, of course, the answer to that question is found in God. In my opinion, faith and science, respect for Professor Hawking, and respect for the sacred teachings of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are not in conflict. Faith and science are different orders of knowledge, but not incompatible orders of knowledge. The sacred writings of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam teach that the world is not the product of any necessity whatsoever, nor of blind fate or chance. The world proceeds from the free will of God. He wanted to make his creatures share in his being, in his intelligence, and in his goodness. Everything is created with its own nature, with its own place, yet all is interdependent and forms a harmonious whole. There is a true solidarity among all creatures simply because they are all from God's hand. All are ordered to God's glory. Therefore, nature, the work of God's creative action, is not a dangerous adversary. The sacred writings teach that the earth with its seas and air, its plants and animals, is good, and together with the human person